Hello and welcome back to another video or audio if you're listening in an audio format. My name is Justyna. Welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer or listener, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. So today we are going to look at the new moon happening in Capricorn on the 18th of January. This new moon is happening at 28 degrees of Capricorn. So first of all, if your birthday is on the 28th of on the 18th of January, then happy birthday. This coming year will bring some new beginnings, new energy, new chapter into your life. That's what happens when our birthday falls on a new moon. Now, on a different level, if you have any placements at around 28 degrees of the cardinal signs, so that will be, of course, Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, or Libra, then you will be under a greater influence of this new moon. All right, so here, new moon occurs when the sun and the moon are in the same sign. And here at the same degree, of course, at the same minute, this is the beginning of the brand new lunar cycle. A great time for setting intentions, but not necessarily for making any big and drastic decisions out of the blue. Why is that? Because the moon is dark at the time of the new moon. So here, this means we don't yet know where this idea, this brand new idea, this goal will take us. So we take gradual steps, we plan, and this is how we arrive. So this is quite interesting as well, because of course you hear new moon, new beginnings, but actually, perhaps it's better to have some clarity, a full picture before actually taking anything off the ground. So great time for planting seed without a doubt. All right, so here a new moon. So we discussed what the new moon means. The moon in Capricorn is weak. The moon in Capricorn is in its detriment. So what does it mean? This is a weak placement for the moon, while the domicile is a very strong placement for the moon, which is in Cancer. But in the opposing sign, Capricorn, the moon is pretty weak. Very, very earthy energy, of course. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. Capricorn cardinal signs are action-oriented. This is because cardinal signs begin each and every season. So here with the earthy energy of Capricorn, the focus is on material security, stability, those earthy dynamics. There isn't anything going on in the fire signs at the time of this new moon. We just have Chiron. So here, fire energy gives us motivation, that push forward. However, without any fire in the air, quite a bit of water and earth and air. So there is. It feels like, it seems like there is a lot going on our minds. We can feel a lot intuitively, but perhaps we will have to self-motivate and push ourselves to move forward with a specific goal idea at this time. All right, so in the background, you might hear some crickets. So we've got some tarantulas at home. These are my husband's and the kids' tarantulas, but this reminds me of when I used to record the videos in my summer house in the previous house. So a bit of nature in the background. Before those were birds and squirrels, now something else, but that's on a side note. All right, so so Capricorn new moon, and here lots of energies here in Capricorn, of course. Mercury and Mars both combust within a very, very close proximity to the sun. So here, this also indicates, even though Mars and Capricorn, Mars and Mercury combination in Capricorn makes communication more direct, more straightforward. Here, with Mercury being combust along with Mars for the majority of January overall, this is generally a kind of energy that sometimes could make us feel like we are not being fully heard. We are not being fully understood. And this is actually something that we can definitely apply to the collective. All right, Venus and Pluto conjunction, well, about to happen as well after this new moon. So a really empowering energy. But of course, we are at this point approaching Neptune's entry into Aries and Mars's entry into Aquarius. So here, there's a lot happening during this time in those final degrees of signs. And here, when a new moon occurs at a late degree, this also gives us this feeling, sensation of urgency, like we are running out of time. Here, since Pluto entered Aquarius, and we are in the age of Aquarius overall, the time is moving fast. I hear people often saying that they feel like the time is moving faster than before. So here with this new moon and with so many shifts and changes this year happening here with a lot of planets changing signs overall, for many, this new moon could generally indicate this need to attend to a goal objective before it's too late, before perhaps the opportunity is missed overall. So I'm not going to drag it for too long, to be honest. I want to move into the forecast for each sign and explore what this new moon could bring for each rising sign. I follow Western astrology, tropical zodiac. So let's start from Aries. Today I've got a little I want to say a cheat sheet, but it's a chart. So I'm looking at the chart, and then I can actually tell you even more. All right. So first of all, Aries. So for you, Aries, this new moon is happening in your 10th house. The 10th house is at the top of the birth chart, and also you've got lots of energies generally centered above on the upper part of the chart. So these initial months of 2026, the first quarter more or less, is really centered. The energies are centered around your public life, your outside world, your worthy achievements, your life direction, your purpose. So this is really significant because this is also a good time for reaching these important milestones, for reaching these important objectives. New moons, of course, as I mentioned earlier, are connected to new beginnings, fresh energy, fresh ideas. Here you've got your chart ruler Mars connects to Mercury. So there is that eagerness to move forward, to take action, and overall to communicate. And this could indicate perhaps that perhaps you might be applying for a new role. You could be dealing with some important deadlines and meetings. There could be an opportunity to also to show off your skills, your some talents. So there is some kind of shift of energy happening in your public life, in your career, in your professional life overall. Whether this is a new opportunity that may come up, a new position, an interview, an important meeting, a promotion. This will, of course, depend on your circumstances. Here, with so many energies in Capricorn, this is a very ambitious, goal-oriented new moon. So an amazing time to really focus on what truly matters, on your objectives, on your goals here, things that you want to achieve in 2026. Because, of course, this new moon connects beautifully also with Uranus by a trine. So for some, this could manifest as some surprising news connected to some financial improvements, financial opportunities, for example. And we also have a sextile to both Saturn and to Neptune. So here, this also indicates, especially with Saturn's involvement, that anything that perhaps you set into motion around this time could potentially lead to something lasting, sustainable. With Saturn, it's not about taking shortcut. It's about working strategically. It's about generally having a plan, having a plan and acting with determination and with practicality as well. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. Thank you very much, Taurus. And now we've got Aries, sorry. And now Taurus, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So this new moon will take place in your ninth house. The ninth house deals with anything to do, and generally anything to do with travel, foreign people, workshops, so anything that can help you grow, anything that can help you move forward with your life, with your goals, with your career objectives overall as well. Because also, this is an amazing new moon for investing in yourself, in your skills, in your knowledge, in your potential. This is the area of higher learning. So with the ninth house influence, so much energy in Capricorn, there's a lot of ambitious, goal-oriented energy in the air. So great time for studying, for engaging in some webinars, workshops. And overall here, there's that need that you might experience to learn, to study, to absorb knowledge, to expand your horizons. And perhaps there is a need for a little bit of adventure as well, a little bit of spontaneity simultaneously as well. So overall, great new moon for engaging in activities that can help you grow, that can help you to spread your wing. Maybe this is something to do with some applications like visa, citizenship, passport, for example. Here, generally, give yourself some time. Don't rush too much because we don't have any fire in the air apart from Chiron in Aries. We also hear this is a cardinal new moon. So yes, action oriented, but with Capricorn energy, this is about strategic thinking. This is about conscious choices, making conscious choices, not about taking shortcuts overall. So with the positive energy also, you've got the trine to Uranus. Pay attention to your thoughts, to your ideas, and this is a good time for brainstorming. You might come up with an interesting idea for your next project quite spontaneously, quite out of the blue. A lovely sextile also to Saturn and Neptune. So with Saturn's involvement, this is often connected to that opportunity for making it lasting, for making this idea goal, whatever it is, sustainable long term. Thank you very much, Taurus. And now let's have a look at Geminis. Geminis, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So here we've got the eighth house. So here new moons in the eighth house are complex. This isn't the most straightforward area of the chart. Very often mysterious, misunderstood, traditionally associated with the energy of Scorpio. Now, the moon is very weak in the eighth house influence, and so it is in Capricorn. So I would suggest to definitely remember to engage in activity that can help you feel relaxed and happy, spontaneous. Generally, you need an element of something nurturing, especially since this is quite of a serious energy. Capricorn is an earth sign. It is not the strongest in the sign of Capricorn, but also the eighth house. The eighth house brings sometimes it makes us more vulnerable. It's a very profound and deep energy. So a good time for healing and at the same time with the eighth house, especially here at the end of January, you could be dealing with some deadlines here in the UK. This is a time when we deal with those final deadlines of tax return. So for some Taurus rising, this could be a time when you might be sorting your taxes. Now here, the eighth house, of course, deals with mortgage applications, anything to do with insurance, accounting. Now, for some, this could also be a time when you'll be starting a new training course or perhaps a new position job in accounting, as an insurance broker, for example, mortgage advisor. These sort of positions, professions are very much associated with the eighth house energy. Of course, this could be a brand new chapter in your life. You might be completely reinventing yourself because, of course, Uranus is on its way um, back to your first house, and it will stay here pretty permanently. So at the same time, here with this new moon could also indicate a new partnership. Opportunities often come through third parties, through others with the eighth house influence. This isn't necessarily about doing something through our own efforts, skills, and talent. Very often with the eighth house, this is when someone might reach out to you and perhaps offer or present a really interesting opportunity. Perhaps someone could offer you a contract, for instance. So very often these opportunities come through others, not necessarily through you, purely through your own efforts. As we also have a sextile to Saturn and Neptune. So generally here, this new moon is really, really supported, and it's got some lovely energy that can generally make these intentions lasting and sustainable as well. So thank you very much. And let's have a look at Cancers. Cancers, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So here we've got new moon in your seventh house. So here the seventh house deals with our relationships, one-to-one relationships. These could be, of course, your marriage and your love life, your love relationship, but also your business partnership. This could be your client relationship. This could be your landlord, for example, very, very, very close friends. Someone close to your heart, excuse me. So here, new beginnings, of course, and opportunity for a fresh start. But here we've got Mercury and Mars here. So this could also indicate that you might be perhaps having some important conversations around this time about the future of your connection, of your association with the other person. If things haven't been moving in the right direction, perhaps there is a need to for a fresh start, for some kind of for perhaps some kind of resolution of certain issues, matters that perhaps came up in the recent past. So overall here with Mars and Mercury, communication can be very straightforward. It can be also very direct as well. So generally here, this could be related to your personal relationship. This could be also connected perhaps to a new client. Perhaps you're starting some coaching or therapy sessions. And this new moon is this brand new beginning of this connection, relationship, business relationship. Maybe this is related to a new client collaboration, partnership. So it's all about these one-to-one dynamics. Don't rush with anything. Here with Capricorn energy, yes, there is a lot of ambitious, goal-oriented driven energy, but at the same time, we need to think strategically. We need to have a plan. This isn't about taking shortcuts. This isn't about chaos. Here with Saturn sextiling this new moon, and the ruler of this new moon, of course, as well, there is an opportunity for creating something lasting and sustainable. So this is quite interesting. For some, this could also indicate perhaps some kind of surprising news that come through some group involvement, through a friend, for example, if Uranus being trine. All right, so thank you very much, Cancers. And now let's have a look at Leos. Leos, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So here we've got a new moon. So the sixth house is actually, even though it's not, it's the house of hard work, Leiban, as we say in traditional astrology. But I find it one of the easiest house to talk about, actually. So here, this is where my North Node is in Aries. All right, so the sixth house here is this is about your lifestyle, your health, any illnesses, more likely. First house is more about your well-being, but overall here, your lifestyle, day-to-day reality, and anything to do with your work environment, co-workers, your routine. So with the sixth house influence, we always have a chance for self-improvement. So think about what's working in your daily reality and what isn't, what's blocking productivity, and perhaps what sort of routines or duties can be adjusted in order for you to feel more fulfilled and happy, productive on daily basis. This is a good time for having medical appointments, medical health checkups as well. Now here, so yes, you might find yourself restructuring your routine, your schedule, your daily reality in one way or another. Here we've got, for some, this could indicate some potential work-related changes, but something to do with your schedule, something to do with some projects, deadlines. There's an element of unpredictability, something taking perhaps a slightly different turn. So flexibility, adaptability with those Uranian energy is essential, but it's a trine, so it should be an easy flow of energy, not a square. At the same time, we have a sextile to Saturn and Neptune as well, which here offer this amazing, lasting energy that also helps us to uh, build structure around daily reality, daily routine. So perhaps say starting a new gym or a new health regime. Maybe you're starting a new business, or you're implementing a new service into your business, or perhaps there's someone joining your company. If you have your own business, for example, this could be related to some new work connections as well. So here, lots of different opportunities, but the main goal is that is self-improvement, and generally lifestyle changes very often. Very often. Now, the sixth house is also connected to small pets, so perhaps you're getting a pet. This could be also the case. So thank you very much, Leos. And now let's have a look at Virgos. Virgos, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So here we start with, of course, the new moon energy. We don't really start. We this is about the new moon energy. So yes, the moon is dark at this point. So still, whatever that occurs, whatever that ideas come up into your mind, give them some time to mature, for you to gain fuller clarity, because very often with new moons, we don't fully know where this idea go, whatever comes up into our mind will take us. But here you've got a new moon happening in your area of hobbies, interests, creative self-expression, anything to do with romance, children as well, and the inner child. So here, this is a good new moon to think about what brings you joy and happiness in your life. Here with so much Capricorn energy, this is a good time for working on any business idea, or if you're a freelancer, or if you're thinking about perhaps some side hustle, or generally here, anything to do with self-employment could appeal as well to some, especially with Uranus on the way to your 10th house. Uranus generally, especially here in the 10th house, wants to break away from any stagnation, from any limiting professional environments overall. So for many Virgo rising, this could actually manifest as working more independently or on your own terms, or perhaps running your own business, side hustle of some kind. So this is a good new moon for those who are actually thinking about turning a hobby and interest into a business. For money, it's a good time for monetizing your hobby or interest, if this is something that you are thinking about. With so much Capricorn energy, goal oriented, this is also about security, material security, material stability. Now, of course, we are still in this cycle this year, on your first and seventh house axis. So you're still reinventing yourself this year until early 2027. These are really, really important years for you, for self-growth, development, reinvention of oneself. But at the same time, of course, your approach to relationship and love is changing as well. But here since Venus, your financial ruler, is applying to conjunct Pluto, and this there is some kind of financial shift, transformation, empowerment coming up, and this could manifest on a subconscious, on an internal level, even as kind of like change to your approach to money, to managing your finances, for example. And at the same time, with the new moon in Capricorn, for some, this could be also related to children, to childbirth, family planning, for example. Perhaps that you're thinking about getting a babysitter for your young child, for instance, or a nanny. Perhaps you're returning back to work after maternity leave. So lots of different possibility here with Uranus approaching your 10th house. And of course, with the fifth house energy. But generally, this is also the time for engaging in activities that bring that sense of fun and happiness and joy into your life. So good time for starting new hobbies, new interests as well. Perhaps if you want to, um, mm, this is also generally if you have a property that you want to rent on Airbnb, then perhaps this new moon could push you to do it. So we've got a beautiful sextile to Saturn and the ruler of this new moon, which also makes these intentions possibly lasting, sustainable, as long as you commit and have a strategic and concrete plan. And also we have a beautiful trine to Uranus, which brings that element of unpredictability as well. Thank you so much, Virgos. And now let's have a look at Libras. Libras, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So we start, I keep saying we start because I'm thinking about the monthly horoscopes, but this is happening in your fourth house. The fourth house is the house of your foundations, emotional foundations, your roots, your home, your family dynamics, where you come from. So this is a very private area of the birth chart. Overall, you've got lots of energies at the moment in the lower part of your chart. So there is a need for generally these initial weeks of 2026, couple of months when the energies are really, really centered around the lower part of your chart. This is a time to really focusing on your foundations, on emotional security, stability, but also financial security and stability as well. So on your inner world, on your private life, this is a time to focus on that. So here, new moons bring an opportunity for a fresh start, for something new. Here, for you, these are some new beginnings in your area of home, in the area of your family. So perhaps this could indicate that there's a new family addition. For example, renovations, you might be planning renovations, perhaps you might be getting some furniture for your home, or you might feel like you want to refresh your home. Mars here gives you a lot of motivation to take action, even though we don't have any fire energy in the air at the moment, apart from Chiron. Here with Mars in your fourth house, this energy motivates you to move on with home-related matters. And of course, it's a great time for decluttering, for rearranging your home space. This could also indicate some new beginnings related to family members overall. So generally, with the new moon here, this often indicates that need for something fresh, for especially since you also have a beautiful sextile to Saturn, the ruler of this new moon. Saturn here helps you to take this goal, idea, dream to the next level, dream with Neptune as well, to the next level, as long as you are ready to commit. Here you need a solid foundation of this goal related to your home and family and your living space overall. Lots of ambitious energy in the air with so many energies in Capricorn. So as long as you commit, as long as you're ready to commit, you can take it off the ground gradually, step by step, with a strategic plan and determination. You also have a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 8th house. So there's an element of unpredictability, something happening quite out of the blue, but there's an easy flow of energy as well. So don't worry, don't panic. But overall, that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much. And we will look at the next sign, and that's Scorpius. Welcome, fellow Scorpios, and welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So this new moon is happening in the 3rd house. So the 3rd house deals with our immediate environment, with our community, with anything to do with our neighbors, our siblings, learning. This is more about the mundane, and the 9th house deals with more like things that are more eye-opening and worldly. This is more of a mundane, practical reality here, but this is often connected to decisions. And I've just realized, I forgot to mention that the 3rd decan of Capricorn is ruled by Mercury. Now, for you, this is quite interesting because this is the house traditionally associated with Gemini energy. And of course, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini. So this could see you signing some important contracts. This could see you also making some important decisions as well. So this could be related to some collaborations, work opportunities, for example, without a doubt here, contracts of some kind, but this could be also connected to home-related shifts and changes, especially with the approaching Aquarius solar eclipse. So let me tell you what's happening for me, because I'm a Scorpio rising. And this new moon, yes, there could be a potential collaboration in place, but I'm still searching for a permanent home for myself and my family. And I'm on a big hunt at the moment, something that generally didn't feel like urgency in the last year or so. Now it's like feeling of it has to happen. And I'm sure this Aquarius eclipse is stimulating. Quite interesting how the eclipses on the 4th and the 10th, even if the MC and IC are in different houses, the eclipses in the 4th and the 10th, these are the ones that especially push us to make things happen, to implement these important changes in the home or career. Now, this is also a good time for engaging in some practical learning activities, learning new skills. Like I've been trying to improve my recordings. I've been learning, refreshing my knowledge actually about videos and video settings, things like this. So here, think about some practical things that perhaps you should benefit from refreshing. Something that you generally will benefit from at your work or in your daily life. So here we are looking at these practical skills that can benefit us in the long term, but a sextile to Saturn, the ruler of this new moon. So here, this, whatever that we learn, whatever we kind of commit to, it can have lasting outcomes and result. This is also a good time for taking these short distance trips, travels. There's a lot of movement, communication. Maybe for you, this could be about some social media engagement, although I feel like social media is kind of dying. And with Gemini with Uranus moving into Gemini, I think there is a big shift coming up for in this regard. We need some kind of fresh implementation. But here in the meantime, decisions, contracts are on your mind. A good time for refreshing, learning these practical skills. This could be also connected to a writing, some intellectually stimulating activities, whether a new website, whether this is maybe a new contract, for example, some marketing plan for your business. Movement is definitely here the case here. Well, movement. The third house is connected to movement and that mental stimulation overall. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. Thank you very much, Scorpios. Now, Sagittarius, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So here, this new moon activates your second house of money, income, financial security, and stability. So here, a new moon, of course, is connected to new beginnings. And here, you don't have to rush with anything, but this new moon could be connected to some new financial opportunities that may show up in your life. Could be related to your work with a trine to Uranus. And we also have a sextile to Saturn and Neptune. So for some, this could indicate that you will be investing some money in some home refurbishment, improvements, renovation. This could also see you engaging in some new financial plans, goals, financial planning, budgeting. Maybe you're buying a car. Maybe you're starting a new job. Here, you've got lots of activity on the Virgo and Pisces axis. So you are still in a cycle when you are reinventing yourself, professionally speaking. And of course, with Pisces, this is when you are perhaps beautifying your home or changing home, implementing some adjustments in your living arrangements. This could be very much the case. But here with the new moon in the second house, this is very often connected to how we earn money. So potentials, opportunities related to our career, work opportunities. But at the same time, this could see you starting a new business or a new, perhaps saving up for a new financial plan goal. And perhaps generally here, Mars brings a lot of motivation, even though there's nothing in the fire signs. You are a fire ascendant, at least. I don't know if you're watching it for your sun or the moon as well, but here Mars and Mercury conjunction makes you a very direct communicator, especially when it comes to money. So this could see you having some important conversations about your finances, about your money situation. But generally, this new moon brings that need for. This could see you generally setting these financial goals, objectives for this new year. And as I mentioned earlier, perhaps this could be also about a major purchase for some. Right. So I think that's what I've got for you today. Thank you very much. And now we will look at Capricorns. Capricorns, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So here, new moons in the first house. Here, this is connected to you, your goals, your identity. This is a very important new moon of this year. It's happening in your first house. You are starting a new cycle with this new moon. So some new beginnings related to your goals, objectives, and there's a lot of eagerness in you to perhaps move forward, to take off a goal, an idea off the ground, act strategically, and clarity will come very soon. This is a very important year for you, Capricorns, because you've got eclipses activating this year, this brand new cycle of eclipses in your financial houses. So here, the first one is already happening in February in your second house. So for many, this could indicate a new job and or perhaps a new business and new financial, some new financial opportunities that generally will help you. And this is this is the goal of these eclipses, to help you to realign you with the path that is most suitable to you. So with this new moon, it's a good time for setting goals for 2026. Remain practical and strategic. Don't rush, because you have a really important eclipse coming up in February, activating your second house. If you don't know yet what it could be about, you should gain more clarity as of the 23rd of January, when Mars enters Aquarius, because Mars will awaken this area of your life, and along with um, the Venus and Pluto conjunction, which could potentially bring some interesting career-related transformative potentials. Venus is your 10th house ruler. Venus also is your 5th house ruler. This is something that could bring a sense of empowerment. This is when your skills might be appreciated. Your skills and your abilities overall. So this new moon, think about your goals, think about your objectives for this year. A good time also for a personal reinvention. Maybe you might have a strong need to change something in your appearance, in your style, in your look, and that's okay. The late degree of the new moon also gives you that feeling of urgency, like you're running out of time, but don't worry, you're not running out of time. You're just following the energies, and you're probably feeling like you are about to enter a brand new cycle in your life. So thank you very much. And let's have a look at Aquarius. Aquarius, welcome. Welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. So this new moon activates your area of the 12th house. So a very introspective new moon, a time for you to recharge, take it easy, withdraw, stay alone if you have to. Don't worry about this. Make sure that you recharge yourself for February, because February is a huge month for you. You've got the full moon in your 7th house on the very first, and then 2 weeks after, there is a solar eclipse in Aquarius, the first eclipse of this cycle. So here, Aquarius, you've been on a journey of a massive transformation since probably 2023, when Pluto entered Aquarius for the first time. Things haven't stopped, and they are about to take a very, very exciting and a different turn. So here in this brand new cycle, the North Node will be in your 1st house and the South Node in your 7th. So this is a time of major, major time of growth for you. So take this Capricorn new moon to take it easy, recharge, reflect. During those moments of solitude, this is when you can really collect your thoughts and gain clarity, gain understanding about what needs to change, what you do need to let go of, what's blocking your progress, for example, what's holding you back. This is really, really essential and very, very useful. But overall, here you've got also Venus and Pluto conjunctions, a really empowering energy that can help you to spread your wings. Venus rules your 9th house. So this is happening after this new moon. Mars will soon move into your 1st house as well. So you will regain your energy, because Mars in the 12th house can make us more introverted. This can make us sometimes less motivated, and generally this energy, it's kind of repressed, that Martian energy and also anger. So generally here, take a nice walk or go to the gym, whatever it is, engage in some creativity as well. The 12th house is extremely creative house. So drawing, painting, reading, singing or dancing, this is all really, really beneficial here for you. Maybe not so much connected to Capricorn energy with dancing. That I would say that's more Leo. But here you might generally here enjoy a good book, and perhaps a nice walk in nature during this time, and take it easy. So here, so I'll leave it here for you. Thank you so much, Aquarius. And now Pisces, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn horoscope. Right, so here, Pisces, this is happening in your area of friendships and group associations, networking. So new moons bring a new beginnings, opportunity for a fresh start. So with a new moon in Capricorn in your 11th house, this is a new moon connected to your friendship. So very often this fresh and new energy, when it occurs in the 11th house, it brings some new people connections into our life, or perhaps a need for finding our tribe, finding our community. So this will depend on your circumstances, because if you currently feel like you don't have enough, like if you feel like you're lacking that support network, then this new moon will bring it to your attention and perhaps push you to engage in some social activities. So perhaps this new moon could see you joining a circle or a group in order to meet like-minded people. Now, if you're currently in a busy social environment with lots of friends, the new one could also make you think about your friendships, your group association, who you can trust, who you can count on, and who perhaps is draining your energy and kind of and, and holding you back. So lots of different thoughts could be kind of circulating around your mind around this time, depending um, on your circumstances. But at the same time, this is a good time to think about your social circles, groups, and let me just see. You've got Uranus approaching your 4th house, and you've got Saturn and Neptune approaching your 2nd house. All right. So generally here, this isn't really, so this, if you feel like you need a community, then this new moon gives you a chance to perhaps think about any groups that you could join or circles, or this could be a good way to meet like-minded people, because you are not in a cycle of new people entering your reality overall. On kind of like on a larger scale, I want to say. So that's why you need to look for these windows of these, for these easy flows of energy. Now, at the same time, this is also a good new moon for creating a vision map. Amazing time, because the 11th house deals with our good, our long-term goals, good fortune, but with luck as well. So a good time for thinking about your goals. Saturn gives a lot of ambitious, goal-driven, goal-oriented energy. And here with Saturn in your 11th house, this energy aligned with a sextile to Saturn, the ruler of this new moon, trine to Uranus, the 3rd house, which kind of helps you to think outside the box as well. This is a time to think about is it that you want to achieve in this coming year, because it's Capricorn energy can help you to stay grounded, of course, can help you to stay grounded, can help you to ground your goals. And whatever that you decide, whatever foundations that you start to build, they can have some really lasting outcomes and results with the sextile to Saturn. Something to do with your personal goals, objectives overall. So thank you so much, Pisces, and all the best.